All right, welcome to this rapid-fire cinematic explainer. We are diving straight into the massive gap between pure potential and actual performance. I mean, we've all known someone, right? Someone who just had all the raw talent in the world, but for some reason, they just never launched. So today, we're looking closely at why being gifted is rarely the whole story. Okay, picture this. Imagine two students sitting in the exact same classroom, learning from the exact same teacher.
They're reading from the exact same books, literally chapter for chapter, absorbing the exact same lessons day in and day out. And they are presented with the exact same opportunities. Their starting line is completely 100% level. Section 1, same classroom, different destinies, the diverging paths of two students. Let's see where they end up. So you fast forward a few years, and those identical starting lines, they lead to vastly different destinies. One student becomes truly exceptional, just reaching the absolute heights of their field. But the other, they're kind of stuck. They remain anchored, completely weighed down by a lifetime of unused potential. I mean, they had the exact same start, but totally different finishes. So why? That brings us to Section 2, the illusion of intelligence. Why being smart just isn't enough. So what actually creates this massive gap? You see, gifted students usually don't fail because they lack natural ability. Nope. They fail because early on, everything just came way too easily to them. Because they didn't have to struggle, they completely missed out on building 4 fundamental skills. They never learned how to actually study. They never learned how to critically think through a complex problem. They never had to build the endurance to focus. And ultimately, they never disciplined their minds. Let's jump to Section 3, discipline over giftedness, the crucial separator. Now, this right here is basically the core philosophical anchor of this entire explainer. Giftedness can open a door, but discipline keeps you in the room. Think about your own career for a second. Your innate gifts, your high IQ, or maybe your raw talent. Sure, that might grant you entry. It might land you the interview or get you noticed right out of the gate. But when the real nitty-gritty work begins, only relentless discipline keeps your seat at the table. Let's rapidly break down what happens when that discipline is just missing. First off, a sharp mind without structure simply becomes distracted. We all know the type. It's the person who starts 10 brilliant projects but never actually finishes a single one. Their mind just bounces from idea to idea, seeking that quick dopamine hit of a new concept without ever really taking root. Second, potential without effort morphs into bitter frustration. And honestly, this is a heavy internal cost. When you possess the raw capability to do great things, but you lack the work ethic to actually execute them, that energy turns inward. You know what you're capable of, yet you're just constantly falling short. And third, raw talent without consistency inevitably decays into regret. As the years pass by, the gifted student just watches the disciplined student completely surpass them. Distraction, frustration, and deep regret, man, that is the heavy, unavoidable price of ignoring structure. Moving on to Section 4, the unsharpened blade, the danger of relying on nature. Now, let's look at the ultimate trap that ensnares so many naturally bright minds. It's this super dangerous inner monologue. I'm naturally smart. I don't need to study. It's an ego trap. They mistakenly believe that their genetic gifts basically grant them a lifetime free pass from the daily grind. But, spoiler alert, that is a complete illusion. The real world doesn't reward latent potential, it rewards output. True greatness is absolutely never built on talent alone. It demands the exact thing that inner monologue tries so desperately to avoid: consistent, boring, unglamorous hard work. It really all boils down to a simple, unyielding truth of nature. Even the strongest, most perfectly forged blade becomes entirely useless if it is never sharpened. Seriously, it doesn't matter how high the quality of the steel was on day one. Without daily, deliberate maintenance, it dulls. So I'm going to leave you with a final, provocative thought to take away from this explainer today. Are you relying purely on the initial, natural sharpness of your blade, or are you putting in the daily discipline required to sharpen it? Like, will you let your raw potential quietly rust away, or will you actually embrace the hard, consistent work to truly master your own mind? Really think about that. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.